thank you. And right now, crews are cleaning up after the weather that we saw overnight, including in Spalding County. That's where we find 11 Alive's Karis Belger live. And Karis, quite a few roads were shut down earlier. What are things looking like tonight?
Well, right now I'm in the city park here in Griffin. Things are dry right now, but this morning it was a completely different story. As you mentioned, roads were shut down completely after this flash flooding. We do know emergency crews right now are still starting to clear things up and monitor the situation. Take a look at some of this video we got earlier from a viewer. This is from a city worker who was maintaining the golf course. He tells me this was just after 9 this morning, and he said the water suddenly rushed toward him as he was driving. And in his own words, he said it looked like Niagara Falls. He tells me it was only about 15 minutes before he was no longer able to drive, and about an hour later, the water receded.
Actually, in my head, while it was happening, it was like, okay, I need to make sure that nobody comes through here because, like I said, you really couldn't tell where the road was, so you couldn't follow the road. You might end up over there on the golf course or something. So, like I said, my first thought was make sure that everybody was safe.
I've heard similar stories from the fire chief and head of emergency services here in Spalding County. And I want to mention, just before we came on air, they sent out a notice saying that they are closing several roads near McIntosh Bridge here in the area. I will have more information on that later on at 5.